Hi guys, Aries. This is going to be a general reading in regards to, um, you know, what do you need to forgive at this time? Because I feel like with forgiveness, a lot of people don't understand the power that it really holds. Like when you truly and full-heartedly forgive people who you feel like have done you wrong, there's literally just such peace that comes to it. Like, it's so true, everything you read about regarding forgiveness. Like, when you forgive people who aren't even sorry, like, it doesn't even matter, because it's like the higher perspective would be to think about, with whatever happened. This can happen with family, friends, lovers. It's like the higher perspective would be to think, well, where did you play your part? It takes two to tangle, right? As much as we want to believe like we are such good people, we don't deserve this, we did absolutely nothing, I would say really like go back to that way of thinking, like where we really believe we did nothing wrong. And then, because sometimes subconsciously we're blocking that out, because it's like we don't want to deal with what we know we did wrong. Because whatever we did, whether it was not being true to ourselves, not being fully honest, whatever it is, it's like somewhere in your mind you feel guilty about it, you feel bad about it, and it's like, why do you want to feel that way? It's just easier to blame other people, right? So, I think if I were to had heard this years ago and somebody would have said, oh yeah, that's what you do, I'd been like, actually, no. I take responsibility for my actions. I would have come off as like, I can do no wrong. And it's like, well, there's something wrong within that, right? But I really did believe that, like, I just attracted all these fake friends, fake lovers, even family members. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the hell? And even though I truly believe the things I observe around me are true, that there's something shaky or something not right about the things that I don't want to see, like I don't want to believe, so I ignore it, and I keep, these connections going. It's like, well, you're playing your part somehow. You're either deceiving yourself in some kind of way, or also you're being deceiving in some type of way, and you're going to have to hold that energy where you see true with whatever situation you're currently going through that weighs heavy on your heart. So I figured some words of wisdom, some positive cards, would be nice at this time to pull through, to pull out. Oh, okay. So let's just get to it. Okay. What messages does Aries need to hear at this time? Fertility. It it is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. Okay. All right. Let's pull another one. My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. Okay. These ones were jumping out like crazy before. Oh, see, can I just get the one though? Because, yeah. Aries, forgiveness, Aries, forgiveness, Aries, forgiveness. courage and bravery. Just one, please. Oh, okay. Cow. A new beginning or even a new life may be blooming. Well, that's exciting. A new life. I always wish for those. That's, yeah, sorry. Creative manifestation. I have the ability to manifest and create positive outcomes in my life. It is a time for me to manifest what I need. I ask myself, what do I need? I am optimistic and creative in carrying out all of the tasks that come my way, even seemingly mundane ones. And I maintain a positive attitude in all I do. I am open to receiving and I am deserving. So I feel like there's a message about receiving here. My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. Is the perfect time for you to start new. New is coming through. So, okay, so this reading is about forgiveness, right? So it's like, if you can embrace this energy, if you can full-heartedly trust the universe, and it's like, I feel like a lot of people say this shit, right? But they're not really actually believing what it is they're saying. Trusting in the universe or whatever it is you believe in, source, God, is truly actually surrendering. It is actually letting go and letting life play out as it's meant to be. Whatever comes your way, comes your way. Whatever doesn't, doesn't. That is true surrendering with trusting with whatever it is you believe in. You know, there's a lot of people who do embody that energy. I've had many friends like that in the past where it was like, everything happens for a reason. I believe, you know, let's just say God is working in ways for me that I don't understand, but I put my faith in God. I've definitely met a lot of people like that. And that's, you know, that's really hard. Like, it's very hard. I feel like, especially as an Aries, just because it's not necessarily that we try to intentionally control situations or people. It's out of fear, really. It comes out of fear that if you lose control of a situation, that anything could happen, and it may not be things that work out in your favor, but it's like sometimes those things aren't meant to work out in your favor because there's something bigger and better for you. And this is where a lot of people don't believe in this stuff. It's because they never, or they felt personally, they never got that bigger and better thing. And it's like, well, if you don't believe in that, then yeah, like you're literally not going to get that. Why? If the universe works off of energy, right? And it's just energy, you know, you can, you know, lie to yourself so you could try to believe in the things you say. So if you're not a confident person and you try to become a confident person, so you'll start saying things to yourself. You'll start having the post-its, whatever, like, I am beautiful inside and out. I am funny. I am smart, blah, blah, blah. It's like, that's great. The point of that is that if you really don't believe those things about yourself, you're supposed to use those as mantras, as affirmations, to really sink into your mind, your head, your crown chakra, and in your heart chakra in a balanced way, that this is true about you. So that way, eventually, your act will turn into a reality. You will eventually vibrate that energy that you so desperately seek. But sometimes people expect fast results, right? Especially Aries, fire sign, like, we want it now or we wanted it yesterday. And it's like, well, the universe doesn't work like that. So some people just give up and they hold on to this feeling of needing to control. And it's like, well, that's just, you know, I feel like with spirituality, you're always going to see that same energy play out. Like, just surrender, go with the flow, let things happen naturally. And it's like, that's coming through for a reason, because you stressing out and worrying and overthinking isn't getting you anywhere, right? Like, think about whatever a situation was at point A when it began and you were in your head overthinking, overstressing, and think about where you're at now. Was it those negative vibrations, low frequencies, which is exactly what overthinking is, and not surrendering and trying to control is? Because you're going against, oh my God, what's that line? I don't know. You're going against the flow of like nature, of what's supposed to play out. It's like you're literally just supposed to let it play out. Those intuitive downloads will come naturally to you if you just let it happen instead of trying to control it. You know, sometimes we get these intuitive hits and we're like, oh, no, 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 no. But it's like, yeah, you know, and it's like we kind of ignore that because we think this is, you know, like, why would we be guided to do this, or why would we be guided to do that? Or sometimes we get these intuitive hits of these really amazing creative ideas, and it's like, but then we think about the actual work that's involved in them, and then we get discouraged, right? Or, you know, I don't know. I would think this is how it plays out with other people too. But it's like you're getting those intuitive hits for a reason. And I'm sure whatever intuitive hits you're getting from your higher self, you're going to see in your natal chart as well. Like, that matches up with your true soul's essence. So, Seven of Swords and Six of Pentacles. So a lot of people look at this card as like a selfish energy. Honestly, cards can have several meanings within readings. That's why it's so important to, you know, I never want you guys to waste your money on on just a regular tarot reading. Like, you really should be going to somebody who is being honest about whatever gifts they have, because some people, you know, like to play you. Some people say they're intuitive, and they'll claim they're intuitive tarot readers, and it's like, bro, you're just reading the imagery on the card, and you're just like reading the energy of your client. Like, that's all you're doing. They look distressed, right? That's usually when we go to readers, right? It's like, there's just something going on that you just don't understand, and you need answers. So it's like we know that as, you know, I don't know. I don't consider myself a tarot reader. I guess I am, but like, I don't. Like, I honestly, I gotta be honest, I couldn't tell you the meaning of this card, Seven of Swords. I just know that when I channel, the messages come through, and they're within the same energy. They are in the energy of what the meaning is of the card. Six of Pentacles. So yeah, there's some specific cards I do know just because they stand out to me more so. So Six of Pentacles is all about balance, giving and receiving, which is what you need. So, you know, with the tarot readers and whatnot, it's like, it's so important to be able to go to somebody who has a gift, because it's like, and genuinely has a gift, so they can channel these, because these cards will have more than one meaning sometimes. You know, I feel like when you Google this, it's always negative stuff, but it's not necessarily true. It could be the case here, you know, I'm going to channel in a second, but yeah, it's just, it's important to understand. I feel like how you really feel about things instead of how you feel like you should feel. That is the ego right there. You know, it's like you need to discern how you really feel versus how you feel you should feel, and go with that, and always just be true to you, and the rest will flow. And the thing is that if you're one of those people that's afraid that other people like won't accept you for being yourself, I promise you, more than anything, confidence speaks volumes. Like, it is so loud. So like, yeah, this stuff, you know, for example, would be woo-woo in my local community, weird, whatever. But it's like, the more I get into it, the more I learn into it. It's like, learn about it, I mean to say, it's like, it just adds more confirmation for me, more clarity for me. My thoughts are more you know, well organized, well balanced, or at least on the path to that, I should say. So it's like people feel that shit. And, you know, confidence is an energy. It is an energy that you can fake, but at the same time, it's not, right? Because it's like you have to have some type of confidence in order to fake the confidence, you know? Some people are going to understand what that means. So, so forgiveness. This is what this reading is about. This whole reading is talking about new stuff, like having the courage and to just like the courage to receive. Especially as women, that's really hard to do, is being open to receive, yet it's all we want. Okay, I'm gonna start channeling because I'm being so stupid. Okay, so we have 7 of Swords and 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so all right, I'm just gonna say whatever comes through. I'm definitely seeing it's like a sword that's down. So it's like the sword is down, not fighting, but it also turns into a key. Like it's a clear message, like intuitively knowing. And this will give you confidence and your own power, as well as like truly forgiving, not wanting to fight, and genuinely, I'm gonna open my eyes, and genuinely understanding why it is you don't want to fight, right? It's really important because that'll help this energy be real. It's not like you have to fake it. It will be real because you're going to see the energy that it brings into your life. Receiving, it's going to bring good vibes. Like, I know all this stuff is so straightforward, but sometimes like we really need to hear it, or we really don't think about it in a certain way, like what this energy could bring to you in your life. Seeing things through like in a balanced way. So it's like, where did you go wrong? Where did somebody else go wrong? How did you play your part? How did they play their part? And then at the end of the day, how do you not feel compassion? How do you not? Because it's like, how do you not feel compassion for you? I'm gonna open my eyes. I saw a door opening, by the way, right before I opened my eyes. It's like, you know, at the end of the day, how you may have mistakenly made a mistake. You know what I mean by that? Like, your intentions were good, but still at the end of the day, it's like you did something wrong, right? You played a part in something. I'm trying to think of an example because I feel like this energy can be extremely hard for Aries people because we are extremely intuitive. So we know people's intentions. We know, we knew before they even did something, you know, dirty to us, that they were going to do something dirty, right? But it's like we have that, it's not that we're naive. I mean, we are, but at the same time, we look at it as more as like, we're going to give you the chance, and like, despite our intuition telling us not to, because what about if it's our ego? Because we have an ego, right? And it's like we're actually doing this on some type of subconscious level, and I don't even think as Aries we're always aware of it. It's like we don't want our ego to outweigh the possibilities of what the truth could possibly be. So it's like, well, where did you play your part? I think about my relationships with specific aunts and uncles that I always find myself not necessarily on again, off again with, but kind of sorta. Like, I have this one uncle where it's like, when we're good, we're good. But then it's like, when we're bad, we're bad. And he's a Scorpio and I'm an Aries. And, you know, Scorpios, the thing, and so the thing about Scorpios is that they, and not in a bad way, but just like they over obsess, like they believe they know everything and anything about people's true intentions, their flaws, like they can see through things that most people can't. And I honestly don't doubt that for a minute. I think what happens though is their ego filters their downloads. So, and I'm only saying that just because of what I've seen personally with several Scorpios in my life. And it's because they're a water sign, their feelings. And this is why I always say, for me personally, my opinion is fire signs and water signs, it's like brutal, because it's like with water signs, when you get in a fight with them, I've seen this with friends, family, and I don't think I've ever dated a water sign. I'm almost positive I haven't. They tend to, and everybody's different. I'm not saying this is an overall energy, but they tend to become extremely irrational because their feelings are really at play here. But when I say really irrational, like they are only focusing in on a comment you made where they took it the wrong way because their emotions are playing a huge part and it's blocking them from seeing clearly. Fire signs do that shit too, but like a little more rational, just a little more, not by much, just a little more. Because fire signs, we want to understand. We want there to be peace. We want there to be rational reasoning. And where water signs, it's like in the moment, they're just like, I know this is true. You said this comment, and then they'll be so hung up on one specific comment that it's like they can't even move forward in a conversation. And it's like fire signs, you know, we may do that to some degree. We may be like, whoa, wait, what did you just, what? No. I want to hear it. Say it slower so I hear you. Speak up, you know, like we're over dramatic that way. But at the same time, it doesn't take much for us to move along in the argument, the fight, you know. It's like, because we really are, we want some type of understanding. We really do. Whereas water signs are like okay to go cry, you know, and just be like, I need to be by myself right now because I can't handle this shit. So when I think about these relationships that I have, like with my family specifically, it's like, well, where do I play my part? Because I see some of them, and some of them really have like done me wrong. They've done me dirty. And it's like, okay, well, would they consider that? One of them would, for sure. Would she ever admit it? Nah, she would never fucking admit that shit. So where am I playing my part in this? Well, honestly, it's like I already knew, but it's like I'm kind of blocking what I already know to be true because they're family, they're blood. You know, I have this, I don't know about you guys, but it's like I have, you know, Cancer as my midhaven. This is what brings me closer to heaven. A heavenly like feeling is being with a group, my soul tribe, whoever it is that I relate to, where there's a connection, where there's chemistry. That shit gives me life. But like on an emotional level, right? Because it's Cancer, it's a water sign. So it's like seeing below the surface. It's like that is what really makes me feel connected with certain people. And it's like if I'm not getting that back, I pick up on that shit right away. You know, that's also another psychic possibility in your chart, is if you have, you know, Cancer, I think either in the 9th house or your midhaven, something like that. It's like those are the people who can see, you know, what's behind the surface, what's not being said, but really is being thought. So it's like, I love that shit. I'm just like, I want family. I want to be connected with people who love me. It's like, well, there you go. It's like you're looking so desperately for love that it's like you already know it's not there in the way that you want it to be. So it's like you're not accepting it. So you keep getting burned by the same people and over. So if you want to have these people in your life, right, because they're family, there is some type of chemistry there, there's some type of connection there. It's like, well, you need those boundaries. You need those boundaries where you don't get yourself burned every single time, because you are in control of your feelings, right? So when you forgive people, and genuinely forgive people, I'm telling you right now, I don't know if you guys can feel those, like the shifts in energy when you know things are coming your way, or when you know something's happening but you don't know what, or something's feeling weird but you don't, like something, you just know something's up but you don't know what it is. That's an energy shift. You're radiating that out when you truly genuinely forgive people, even when you're not talking to them. It's just like every time I say, when I would break up with somebody, the 90 days, I swear to you, within that month that I was over the person, they'd be, hey, what's up? Because there is that shift of energy, and you don't have to be spiritual to pick up on it. It's energy is energy. Energy doesn't lie. It's just a feeling. So there's this feeling of letting go of neediness, and nobody likes neediness. People like to feel needed, but not neediness. It's not just men, it's just in general. So when you truly forgive people, you're going to see a shift in your life where some people that have left and have gone, it's like all of a sudden, it's like, it's not that you forgot about the pain that was caused. It's more just like you have the bravery and the courage to accept this person coming back into your life, knowing that they don't have that power anymore over you. And not even that they were trying to have this power over you, right? Because we only have control over ourselves. It's like when I look at these family members, sometimes I let that devil-like energy get in, and I'm like, oh my God, what if they fucking hurt me again? You know, like, I don't feel like getting angry. I don't feel like getting sad. I don't feel like getting hurt. And they can't, because when you create boundaries, when you know where to stop yourself with people, don't overindulge in the talking, don't overindulge in hitting them up, don't overindulge in trying to hang out. It's like, know what it is. Know truly what it is, where you stand in these people's lives, and you will be 10 times happier, because it has nothing to do with you at the end of the day. I look at one of my uncles and I'm like, we really connect, where we always like get each other. He definitely thinks like wrong thoughts of me for sure, but he's a Scorpio, so it's like I can't convince him. Like his mind is made up. But it's like, okay, whatever, you know. But the shift of energy I'm talking about is like, I truly don't feel any negative thoughts about him, despite not being invited to the family reunion. It's cool. It's like totally fine, not bothered at all. So I think I bumped into him at least 2 different times, and people can feel energy, and you can't fake it. I can't fake being like, hey, how are you? You know, it's like people will feel that and want to stay away from that, or have those small awkward conversations. And my uncle could totally pick up on that. We're cool. No, like, don't worry. It's all good. The past is the past. And like, you know, let's hang out soon. That type of thing. And it's like, I love that so much. That within itself is a manifestation. It is that birth of new energy, where it's like that old, dark, negative, devil-like energy is just out of your system. It's not weighing heavy on you anymore. Even if it's not something you're consistently thinking about, it's still there when somebody brings up their name, or, you know, talks about the family reunion you didn't get to go to, you know. No, but I'm serious. Like, people feel that shift. And it's so important, because what that means is that you're doing good because you're thinking good thoughts. It's balance. You're like looking out for yourself in a well-balanced way. And when you do this, this is actually trusting the universe. This is truly putting trust in God, source, whatever it is. And I have to be honest with you, people love this shit. This is literally like Libra-like energy, because it's got Venus all over it. It's nothing but unconditional love. Who doesn't want to be loved? see. Okay, so the door is opening. There's a lock on the door. Like, there's no doorknob. It's a lock, like an old school lock. Actually, I don't know what an old school lock is. It's just the one you have to scroll to a number. Is it the one with a key? Is that the old school lock? I don't know. But so there's energy radiating off the lock to the door. The lock turns into a sunflower. Yeah, see, I love this so much. It's like, and there is darkness in the background. So it's like there's this fear, but at the same time, if you can balance the energy, I'm gonna open my eyes. So here's the thing about the universe. It's like, you don't have to fully, when I say this, I don't want this to be mistaken. It's not that you don't have to fully trust the universe. If you can just actually believe that the universe is working in your favor, and not just say it, like really believe like something's happening for you, but you don't know where it's going, but you know the universe has your back. The universe will have your back. And that's like what I'm seeing with the door. I'm seeing like a door, maybe something that like you feel like when you forgive others, you may feel this need to protect yourself because that welcomes the potential of getting hurt again, right? But if you can just embrace in that energy of that, when you're well balanced and you're projecting this Venus-like energy, it's like people can't help but fall in love with that shit. And I'm not saying like that the relationships you have in mind with family members, friends, and lovers are going to play out in the way that you wanted it to, because that would be control, right? But in the way that it's going to work in your favor, the way that's going to work out, that's actually going to make you happy. You just may not believe it to be true because of control. That's why it's all about surrendering. When you truly surrender to the divine and knowing that there is a plan for you, there's this blueprint, even trying to back it up. It's like the potential is just wild. Like the things you can do in this life for yourself. It's so beautiful, and I love it. So it's like you can unlock this door to letting people in, and this will make you happy because it's like you're trusting in something bigger than you. Because if you trust in something bigger than you, you really think the universe is going to let you down, be like, we got you, you sucker. You know, like that is just not how it works. It just doesn't feel like it sometimes, because it's like, it's a transformation. It's a death and rebirth. It's like you're letting go of something you once were. Nobody likes change. Like big changes. Nobody likes big changes, right? That scares us. And there's something so scary about letting people in. I know. And it's I said this in another video where it's like, I'm going to call myself out. I never understood people like this. I'd be like, how are you going to let fucking Joe, fuck you up like that? And, now you're all like heart chakra closed, and it's like, no, it's like, when you find yourself in these repetitive cycles with family, friends, lovers, eventually it's just going to get to you. You're just going to become that wounded warrior. You are, but you need to embrace in that Chiron energy, which is where you heal yourself and you understand why, you're at where you're at. You're not meant to live a life that's angry, sad, resentful. You're literally meant to live your best fucking life. And some people just don't get that. So therefore they don't get it. Or sometimes they do and they just don't even realize that it's right in front of them. Oh, sorry about the background noise. I feel like I'm seeing this breakthrough in your mind where it's like, oh my God, it's a dog. Like you can trust, like you can just trust that you're not going to get hurt. And that is a shift in energy, you're going to feel that energetically. And people who aren't in touch with that, with their body and feeling those shifts, I would say try to become a little more self-aware of your body and it's the energy it's holding. Like, is your heart racing fast? Is it slowing down? Are you breathing fast? Are you breathing slow? If you're in touch with that stuff, then you can definitely feel the shifts of energy. Protecting. I just saw somebody putting sunblock on their nose. I can't believe that's a thing. Well, that makes sense actually. And taking it off. Like, you don't have to protect yourself because the universe has you, has your back. And I feel like, I don't know about you guys, I have Neptune and Saturn in the same house placement. So I'm constantly always fighting myself in these videos. I'm constantly talking about like, okay, this may be too woo-woo for you guys, but it's like you guys are here watching this, right? So it's like I'm constantly, I have to eventually get through that. But just because this Neptune energy and the Saturn energy within me is just like, this shit's too much, but it's really not. It's so beautiful. So what I'm seeing is that exactly what I've been saying since I started this channel is that when you trust the universe rewards you. You will know if you're actually trusting the universe when you feel that shift in energy in your body. I wish I could figure out how to describe that feeling. It's almost like, when the feeling like your heart drops, like it's something very similar to that. Like, you feel that feeling, right? It's something very similar, and you'll just know. It feels better to get along with people. It feels better to be at peace than feeling negative thoughts, because I could tell you right now, it doesn't matter what people have done to you or what you feel they've done to you. It's like we're all light beings. Like, we're all here. We're all beautiful people. We just get fucking mixed up with the wrong things sometimes, like with life, and it messes with our head. And sometimes if you're capable of not making the right decision, well, then so are other people, right? Some people are so afraid of getting hurt that they'll hurt others in the process. And those people 9 out of 10 times don't even realize they're doing it. And you could have been one too. So I feel like the message on how to forgive, because Aries, we are like the strongest of the zodiacs. We are literally the warrior. We are literally like, what do you want to do? Let's go fucking do it. We got this. And everyone's like, whoa, do you have a helmet? And we're like, we don't need one because we're protected, like we make things happen. We're not afraid to get our hands dirty. We're not afraid to go places that other people haven't gone. It's like, but yeah, when it comes to matters of our heart, this this may take some work, but it's like you should apply that same energy with your mind and your heart and balance it. You don't need to protect yourself if you truly believe that the universe or God is supporting you. And if you don't feel that, then start asking for support. Be honest with God or source, the universe, and just say, I feel fucking lost. Like, what do you guys want? Like, where am I supposed to go? And if you keep doing that every day, eventually something's going to happen. So that's what I got for you. I hope that helps, and definitely embrace that energy of being open to receive and lose the energy of being in fear, because if you truly trust the universe and you know that you're safe, You know that you're safe, but change your expectations. I feel like that's also what the new beginning is all about, because there's something about new stuff going on. And I feel like if you could just change your mindset of what you expect from people, you're not going to hurt yourself anymore. And yeah, that's what I got for you. I hope that helped. All right, bye.